Carnivore Girlie, Episode 12, Baseball and Restaurant Edition.
Good morning. I don't know how well you can hear my birds, but can you hear the birds? If you don't come outside to drink your coffee in the morning, you need to. It is so relaxing. This is the one thing I miss the most, I think, during the school year, is calm mornings. To sit and just relax, listen to the birds, and not rush around the house trying to get everybody up who does not want to be awake yet, and everybody out the door. I think my 6-year-old sleeps 2 extra hours a night all summer long because she gets to sleep in a little bit. So anyway, I don't know if you saw yesterday's Wipeout edition. That was a pretty fun time. It wasn't bad priced either, so we had a really good time. I'm sure I've got a lot of bruises because I took some tumbles. And some of those things are held in with like chains and straps, and you hit them on the way down, and it hurts. It kind of makes me feel bad for all those people who used to be on Wipeout, because that kind of stunk. That hurt, but it was really fun. The kids fared way better. And Abby and my sister had shoes, like water shoes, and they helped a lot. They helped, otherwise it was slicker and snot. You would just get up and fall down. So anyway, if you ever do one of those, if they'll let you take some water shoes, because it was really, really fun. So I don't know if you saw the longer edition. I make a longer and a shorter each day. So I make like a longer one in case like you want the morning chat and just to see more of the day and a little more detail. And then I make a short each day, just kind of about what I'm eating and what's going on. And yesterday's morning chat, I talked a lot about like why we're carnivore, or why I'm carnivore, and oxalates and things like that. And one thing I don't think I really mentioned is I am 100% a believer in don't trust what anybody tells you. You go research it. And part of the problem with researching, though, is a lot of our search engines, they're not honest. They will not give you the honest information. They'll kind of give you what they've been programmed to give you. So you've really got to dig deeper. And even then, when you look into the research, a lot of research papers have been paid off. Just to be honest, like if you go back to cholesterol, I would like to make a video about cholesterol, but I want to brush up on it a little bit first. But anyway, there's so much misleading information in the main study that demonized cholesterol was made up, like cherry-picked, made up. And from that, our entire country got rid of cholesterol. Like, oh no, it's the devil, all of a sudden, when it's actually helps heal your body and does a lot of good things for you, and every cell in your body needs it. Your brain needs it, your hormone needs it. And then we wonder why we have brain fog and why we're getting Alzheimer's and why everyone's hormones are completely out of whack. Well, one thing is we're not feeding them. But anyway, I'll talk more about that on another day. I want to brush up on that. But I just wanted to say, don't believe anything like someone just says. I don't believe anything a doctor tells me to start with until I go home and research it. Well, usually I research it before I go in. I don't ever hardly go to the doctor, but if for some reason I need to, or I need to take my kids, I make sure I have completely studied this out. So I go in and I know what's already going on. I just don't have the ability maybe to write something or to do testing. So I'll have to go in and say, hey, I want to test their, iron levels, or I would really like to test, their hormone levels or something like that. And then I'll have to explain why, or like, hey, I think they need tested for this. Different things. For example, my son, all of a sudden, one of them had like a big lump right up here above their lip. And I was like, And he was a little worried, thinking like, well, it's not cancer or something. I was like, I don't think so. So after researching, I was like, hey, bud, it's just a cyst. You can have it surgically removed, or we can just wait and see what happens. I said, but I will take you in just for, peace of mind, so you can see the doctor. And I took him and I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure he's got a cyst right here. And he doesn't want to go surgical. He'd like to let it rest for a little bit, but we just want to double check and make sure. And they checked it and they were like, yep, that's a cyst. And yeah, we can surgically remove it, or you can just leave it and see what happens and come back later if it doesn't go away. Well, that's what we did. And later it did go away on its own, and he's good to go. And he had kind of like the peace of mind of, okay, it's not something serious. It was just, he bites his lip a lot. And they said that probably caused it. So anywho, always research, always research. I do have another one where I went in. My dad found out when he was in his 60s that he had a congenital heart defect. And I researched that like crazy when I went in. And I went back with the doctors, and they kept asking me, do you have medical training? Are you a doctor? Because you really understand this? And I was like, oh, I just, I like to watch ER when I was a kid, and, I just study. And they were like, oh, okay. So then they would come talk to me, so then I could give the information to the family. But I mean, really, even if you don't have an interest in it, it's really important to like take care of your own health and start going out there and studying. But again, be careful where your sources come from, because every source I've used, they're really good for some things. Like when I want to look up, hey, what's some low oxalate vegetables? Or, what's a good source of this vitamin? Things like that. They're usually pretty good on it. But certain kind of taboo topics, they won't be very honest on. And you might get some conflicting information from what the actual truth is. But anyway, so moving on. We got a busy day today. We have a midday double baseball game. So I'm going to be just cooking breakfast, and then I'm going to have to find something to eat outside of the house. So eating out somewhere. Usually my go-to is McDonald's, because they have some really tasty burger patties, and I'll do some burger patties and just call it a day. I'm really going to stick to beef for today and a couple of days, because I'm on my cycle. And I usually like to start that with a big piece of steak, but I don't have one thought out. And, I'm just going to do a burger patty, I think, for breakfast, and then probably burger patties for dinner. And, but yeah, so stick around, and I think we're going to do some house pickup first, because, there's always house pickup. And I'm going to do a video on that one time soon. Like, I go through, on certain days, I like to try and see if I can get someone to watch my littles. And I like deep clean the entire house, get it in like perfect, well, not perfect, but it's perfect if I can get it with 6 people living in it, order. And then every day I can just do like a 20-minute pickup, and I can go from every single room, get all the dishes, all the laundry, all the, make the beds, just random pickup. And in 20 minutes, my whole house is pretty clean, except for like, laundry. I'm not going to get the laundry in the house cleaned done in 20 minutes, but just like all the random pickup to where if someone comes over, I'm not like, oh, please ignore the house. It's in pretty decent shape, and I just feel like, because I hate clutter. I hate clutter. Oh, I hate clutter. And then I birthed a ton of men and married one. So anyway, I'll show you that one day, and just how quick and how just satisfying it is to just like, okay, everything's done. But I do have to have about a day and a half of just grind of getting everything absolutely done. And then after a while, like, we'll have a couple days, like, either gone on vacation or days off, and it gets behind again, and I need to do another big grind clean. But anyway, I'll take you and show you how to do it, because I believe get rid of that stress is, like, number one. Get rid of the stress and get rid of the crap food. But anyway, so stick around, and we're going to have some fun today. And here's breakfast. We have 2 burger patties, 2 fried eggs, and some fermented pickles. I've not had my ferments like regular, so I want to make sure I got some ferments in today. But I'm going to go eat this, and I will show you where we're at so far on our calories and our macros.
And 6 hours later, we did win the whole round-robin tournament. But during the baseball tournament, I got hungry and ate a Slim Jim. My hubs took us to a burger joint, and literally it was the smallest double cheeseburger with bacon I had ever seen. So I ordered a second one, which was also tiny, but a little bit more filling. And here's how I finished out the day. Happy eating.